Hey everybody, welcome back to Wicked Good Sports. This is Swinging at Shins covering the World Cup on Wicked Good Sports. I'm joined as always by Rhett Conway and Aaron Slater. Guys, we're on to the round of 16. How are you doing?
Feeling great, Brian.
Round of 16.
Nobody thought we'd be here.
Mhm.
I mean,
Well,
Yeah.
you're right, but not nobody, but all the rest of the nobody.
The rest of the world,
but
they didn't believe in us.
Yeah.
It's very rare as a U.S. citizen that we get to be the underdog in anything. So we are taking full advantage of this and talking our shit on social media. So yeah, 1-0 against Iran. What did you guys see? We'll start with Rhett.
First of all, Brian, it's Iran. Did you not
Iran.
listen to
Yes,
the presser? How
I am
dare
very
you.
sorry.
Secondly, this was the best United States have looked, and I know that that's a very obvious thing to say when we've won. But the first half, we were breaking Iran down. I think what I said to you in the 26th minute, 30th minute was we're asking all the right questions.
Yep.
All we need now is the answer.
Yeah.
And we were building to that the entire time, and I love that.
Yep.
Still don't love Sargent up top, but I will say this. We've been saying this entire time, Cameron Carter-Vickers with Tim Ream in the back.
We looked so much
This
better.
is the best we've looked defensively the entire time.
There actually was competence. It just seemed like there was cohesiveness. There was an understanding between players that knew how to play their positions and knew where each player was going to be, and it was fantastic.
I'm going to add one word to that. I agree with everything you said. It's a buzzword. There was poise. At no point did I think when the ball came into our half, especially in the first half, of, oh no. And Cameron Carter-Vickers was just he like stepped in front of a guy and he injured the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what CCV does.
Yeah.
I love that he's here now. I know everyone's saying he'll be here in 4 years. No, he's here now, and I love it.
Yeah. Yep. Our first half was really, really good. We were knocking on the door. It was more of when we were going to score and not if we were going to score. And I thought all the crosses that were being sent in were crosses with authority and with threat to him every time. I actually thought Sargent played a lot better in this game. I thought he was coming deeper for the ball, receiving it, holding play, and spreading it out. I thought he was battling center backs better and being able to get the aerial direct balls to him, knock it down and knock it out, or knock it back to Weston or Musa. I actually liked what I saw out of him compared to game one. I think you have to start Sargent again because of how well he played.
Okay.
But then again, who else are you going to start? Are you going to start Ferreira, who's been sitting on the bench, or Haji?
Cameron Carter-Vickers sat on the bench for the first two matches.
So you're saying we should play him as striker?
No.
Oh.
That's absolutely not what I'm saying. I will say this, and I don't know if this is going to be your next point, Brian, and I don't want to undercut you if it is. However, there are two things from this game that I really think that we should take away. One, the same thing you and I have said about the U.S. men's team is still true. We had beautiful balls.
I mean, we do have beautiful guys.
We do have beautiful guys. They're very pretty.
And
We
balls.
have beautiful balls.
Yeah.
We also have beautiful balls, allegedly. But from the outside coming in to the box. But our biggest problem is still we do not have men in the box.
Yeah.
Which I think you saw get better, and I liked our play when it comes to that.
Yeah.
The second issue that I have, if you can say it's having an issue, is it happened late in the second half. And this is funny. You can tell the common soccer argument, and you can tell this is where I definitely branch off and become my own person from the normal common soccer argument. It's halftime. I go outside of Wolf's Beer Garden. By the way, Wolf's, thank you again for hosting. You guys were fantastic today. I go outside and go to the porta potties. I'm waiting in line. And we're talking about what do we want from the second half. This is right after the Pulisic goal.
Mhm.
We're up 1-0. It's halftime. What do you want for the second half? And I just remember saying, I want exactly the same thing. I want 45 more minutes of exactly what we're doing. And the guy said, well, I understand, but if by the 80th minute we haven't scored, we need to park the bus. And at the 80th minute, what did Greg Berhalter do?
Park the bus.
5 at the back. We're parking the bus. They can't score on us if the ball is in their half. I don't understand why so few coaches don't get this. We controlled the midfield the entire time. This is something that you and I talked about. It's one of the few things you and I got right in this entire World Cup.
Yeah.
We have a better midfield than the Iranian midfield is. Full stop.
Yep.
Iran has a very good team. Iran, I'm sorry, has a very good team, but we have a better midfield than they do. We were controlling the pace of play. Every time they got us, every time they stopped, we immediately won the ball back.
Yep.
I mean, it was in their half. And the last thing I want to do is say, okay, but I'm going to put another defender in and then you take all the shots you want. Why do we do that? They can't score if the ball's in their half. I don't know. It's crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy.
What do you think about that?
I think that Berhalter made the right move. Subbing off Weah for Zimmerman, subbing off Dest, especially because Dest is on a yellow card, and if he gets a yellow card, he's out for the next match.
I agree.
So I think that was a very smart move on that part.
I agree with McKinney coming out early for the same reasons.
Yep. Well, I think McKinney was also getting tired.
Would you not have enjoyed, instead of Zimmerman coming on for Weah, which, by the way, I mean, that's 5 at the back right there. We've made that decision. We're taking off an attacker for a defender. Would you not have enjoyed Gio Reyna coming on instead? And now that's another guy to push the ball forward, be smart with the ball, have possession, but also push the ball forward.
I don't know if we would have been smart enough to attack with that kind of play because
that's what I'm talking. It's the same thing that led us in the Wales game to say it could have been worse.
It's fine though because we won. And no, but like I said earlier, in the bar, who was it? Haji had a shot. Haji had a shot. I want you to go to the corner. I want you to get fouled in the corner, and I want you to take another 30 seconds off.
Yeah, and I know I agree with that. You know what's better than all of that? Another goal that we should have had. Because when you're talking about Haji getting fouled, all I'm thinking is, my God, if we have another guy in the box, we score. And you know that's true.
That for this match, for sure.
And for most matches. So this goes back to exactly the same way I'd set up the team. Musa comes off, Aronson comes on to start the match. And then when everyone's tired and we already have that goal, and we're in the 70th minute, Musa, with all of his pace and all of his ability to play in the midfield and all of his ability to create chances and all of his ability to finish chances, comes in and runs what's left of their defense ragged. And we get that second goal in the 85th minute, and now we're not looking at oh my God, I hope we win 1-0 win. We're looking at a 2-0, yeah, we deserved every inch of that. And that is we play like a team that's happy to be up a goal instead of a team that should have won this game 2-0. And on paper, should we have won this game 2-0?
Especially based off of the first half, yeah.
That's my problem. And you know what? If we played exactly the way we did in the first half and the second half, we would have. Which, by the way, Brian, to jump into it, expected goals, just because it's what we do at Swingin Shins. Iran had 0.49. America had 1.12. We had 12 shots to 4. We had 2 big chances. One thing that we did bring up, not to talk over you, Brian, but we did bring this up while we were waiting to talk about this. We had 397 accurate passes. Iran had 360. Possession was 51-49. It did not feel that way.
No, I even as an outside observer, it felt like the U.S. really dominated the possession. So that's very interesting.
51-49 possession doesn't seem indicative of what this game was.
Right. Because in the second half, it was kind of, and I mean, second half as in like the last 15, 20 minutes was mostly Iran having the ball, which is probably why you saw those accurate pass numbers tick up. And that's why you see that possession. So it's very, what's the word? It's hidden numbers, really, in it.
But it's not, because we gave it to him the second we put Zimmerman on and took Weah off. The second we said, okay, play the ball in our half. Because that's what we're telling them. We're telling them, play the ball in our half. Fine, we'll defend it. I don't understand it. I do not understand that logic. You know, it's the same thing, Brian. You're an American football fan. I'm an American football fan. So is he.
Right.
It's all about, like, we talk about, and it's come up a lot with the Patriots. We talk about, where is your starting drive? Where's the field possession? Where do you start? If you're constantly in the opponent's half, it's harder to score. It's the exact same in soccer. I understand in soccer things can change quicker, but it's the exact same idea. If the ball's always in your half, you can't score on me because the ball's in your half.
Yeah. And the Patriots famously very good at special teams, very good at playing the field position game.
Which is why I will contend that Bill Belichick is one of the best coaches in the NFL, and I know you're not going to argue with me.
Oh, I think he's the best coach in the NFL.
Yeah. We're not talking American football. We're talking the rest of the world football right now.
Yeah.
You look at these stats. We gave up expected goals in the first half. Iran had 0.
Yeah, they didn't have a shot. They didn't have a shot on.
And in the second half, they had 0.49. And we let that 0.49 happen.
I think that 0.49 came from that one header.
But the problem I have with that, yes, that header at the end.
Yeah, that was
oh my God. Well, not only that, there was that it was the 75th minute. They had that curling where the guy tried to put it in the corner, but also for a header.
Yeah.
Which is the perfect way to play the corner.
Yep.
You want to play a corner as if it's going to go in. And if it's not going to go in, it's because one of your guy heads it or the goalie gets to it. And that puts the goalie in a I don't know which way to play. Which, by the way, again, Matt Turner. Man of the tournament for the USA.
Yeah.
I think it's
for listeners, I'm doing the Italian.
Even what happens, he could let in 5 goals against the Netherlands. He's still the reason why we're here.
Yeah.
Former New England Revolution.
Those 2 plays got you the 0.49. However, we let that happen. Because look at what we did in the first half. And I understand people are going to say, well, of course they're playing forward because. But we beat them midfield to midfield. We just straight up do. And I'm not saying that we would have had another 0, and I'm not saying they're going to end up like the Costa Rica-Spain game where the expected goals is 0 across the board. Flat line like you're a dead team. But it didn't need to be as close as it was.
I just think that the reason that they sat back like that was because they were running out of steam. It's not because, yes, I understand you're saying play in their half. And I know a lot of teams that have stronger abilities are able to do that. I don't think we are at that stage where we're able to control. We are not at that stage.
Haji Wright, Aronson, and Gio Reyna off the bench.
Yep.
And you don't think that we can keep that up? Those 3 guys come off the bench, and you don't think that we can keep the ball in their half?
Not after that midfield was being – I'm not saying our midfield wasn't – obviously it was
Tyler
great.
Adams runs for days.
That's fine, but what about the other 2?
McKennie's off. Aronson's on. Pulisic is off. Reyna's on.
That'll never happen. That'd be like Weah instead, but
okay, fine. But
I'm seeing what
and
you're
I only
saying.
said Pulisic because Pulisic got injured.
Well,
Pulisic or Weah is off.
Yeah.
And Haji Wright comes on for Sargent. And we can't keep the ball on their side? Come on. Yes, we can.
But now we're playing for the fact that there was those few over-the-top direct balls that were sketchy.
He was picking them all up. And you know what?
The
ones he missed, Ream got. We finally did it. And I will say this, Berhalter finally did it. This was our best defensive 4 to start.
Yeah.
Full stop, not even in this World Cup. The 4 best American defenders started this World Cup.
Yep.
Robinson on the left, then Ream. They play great next to each other in Fulham. Then Cameron Carter-Vickers, then Sergiño Dest.
Yeah.
And I understand that right now we have listeners who think that we're Europhiles. Cameron Carter-Vickers proved that he's a better defender than Zimmerman in this match. And if you still believe that he didn't, then you're ethnocentric. It's that simple. You're going to call me a Europhile? Fine. I'm going to call you ethnocentric. I don't hate Zimmerman because he plays the MLS. I don't hate Zimmerman.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I want Zimmerman to be good.
Near the
But
end
I
of
want
the
the
skin.
talent.
But CCV's better, and it's that simple.
Yeah.
I do. All right, so I just want to, while we're here, can you break down the goal that we did score? Get some like positive going here.
That is true. Sorry, we are talking a little bit negative. Let's talk
We
positive.
won. Let's celebrate this great goal.
Sorry, this is the American soccer way. Like you said to start, we're never the underdogs. So this is what it sounds like.
Right.
You said this. Sergino Dest header.
Yeah, I mean that thing was gorgeous.
It was perfect.
It was. He watched that come all the way in from Weston McKinney, which was another gorgeous ball. It was a perfectly timed run, perfectly timed kick. Sergino watched it come all the way in, and he didn't cushion it. He attacked it and was able to press it across the 6 yard, where Pulisic was able to tap it in,
which is what we've been wanting the entire time he was there.
Exactly.
Not to toot my own horn, the words were coming out of my mouth right before the goal. I don't know why McKenny's holding back. I want him to attack. And he held back, and he played that cross to Dest, and Dest played the header across. I mean, it was perfect. You couldn't have angled it more perfect. Like if I had a whiteboard to describe what do you do with this header?
Yeah.
It's put it exactly where Dest puts it.
Yep.
It's just to the top of the 6 yard box. It's close enough that's dangerous and that the goalie can't react, but it's far enough away from the goalie that he doesn't want to come out to get it.
Right.
It's right in that in between, which is exactly, I mean, that's what you want.
He was sending in some lethal balls.
When you talk about coming around the outside to play in, what you're trying to do is you're trying to play in. And this is why I get so frustrated when we're not there, is because you know where the ball wants to be. It's that in between right at the top of the 6 yard box where the goalie goes, I want to go out. No, I can't. And then they end up in this kind of like, I don't know where to be. Yep. And Dest did that perfectly.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, Pulisic gave up everything.
Yeah, he did.
He was willing to give up everything. And, of course, he limped off after that goal.
He came back on eventually, but he did get subbed off in the second half with an abdominal injury for obvious reasons.
Yeah. Abdominal.
Yeah. For very obvious reasons.
He's an American hero. So
yeah, he definitely
I mean,
is.
he was Captain America before now.
Now
he's really Captain America.
It's that simple.
That's so fun.
Chris Evans can get it. I don't get it. That's America's ass.
I thought that goal that should have stood or at least gone through VAR. So the offside, but not quite offside, but we don't really know.
Someone showed from a long distance. First of all, beautiful build-up play.
Yeah, it was. That was a good ball.
That's also the kind of type of lethal finishing. This is the Weah goal.
Yeah, that was the Weah.
It's the Weah goal that got called back. That's the type of lethal finishing that we want.
Oh, such a narrow shot angle too. I don't know how that's the sort of stuff that I want to see as a finisher.
Well, and again, that's the perfect place to put it.
Yeah.
You put it far post. If it goes wide, hopefully someone's there to finish it.
Yeah.
And if they're not, that's fine. But if you go near post and it goes too near, no one's there to finish it.
Yeah.
Someone showed, again, this is right at halftime, so I was out by the porta potties. Someone showed, he was off by, and I saw like the outlines. I haven't actually seen the offsides.
But the linesman shouldn't be. I know I don't want to bag on refs here because we saw what we saw, but the ref should have let it go because that's what refs judges are told.
He blew the whistle after.
Who, the ref?
The ref blew the whistle after and V8 for the offsides after the goal was finished. After the goal was finished, and VAR came down and said, "No, you're fine." Didn't feel that way.
Well, especially because they never actually took. They never the broadcast, never actually showed or confirmed what VAR had said. So that's where the shroud of mystery was. Like, okay, maybe he was onside, but we don't know.
All right. I'm gonna preface this real quick by saying that we were very happy.
I just wanted a second goal so that we didn't have to.
No, I agree. My problem is not with that. My problem is Fox Sports has no idea how to show soccer.
Not.
There were multiple times where I'm like, stop zooming in on a guy who's walking away.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't care. Oh, there's that guy's name again. I don't care. He's walking away. Like, and they're trying to, and I know Fox Sports does football, American football, very well.
Yes, they do.
And when there's a break after the play and you want to zoom in on the guy who just made the tackle, dude, I get it.
Yeah.
You don't get to do that in soccer.
No, there's no breaks.
It's too, and I feel like that's your point. I think at the end of the day, I do think he was offside because VAR didn't come down and say, "Oh, hey, you messed up."
Yeah.
But to everyone, like, it didn't feel that way.
No.
He looked onside for all the world. We never got to see it
Yep.
until it was halftime. You know what everyone's doing at halftime? We're not sitting to say, "Oh, hey, is Fox going to finally show us this?" We're rushing outside and try to beat it. And there's just another example of American sportscasters need to catch up. But they're trying to, again, we talk about this in the Olympics too. It's the human element. I don't care about the human element.
We have technology.
We have the technology. We can decide, was he offside?
Yep.
But anyway, this is great.
Yeah.
For anyone who's still with us, I know we've been rambling for like 21 minutes. For
okay.
anyone who's still with us, 10 a.m. Saturday, December 3rd, USA and Netherlands. I'm going to say this, and this is something I did not say in the beginning. I did not think that we had a chance to beat the Netherlands. Watching the Netherlands play in their group, we got a chance.
Yeah.
We
That'd
could,
be something.
seriously, we could be out of the quarterfinals. The Netherlands do not look that good right now. And I'm saying this as a guy who has a bet riding on it. Which, by the way, speaking of bets, this guy right here, 8 ounces of maple syrup, and he chugged it. He did everything.
Yeah, the thing's gone.
That's on Instagram.
It was impressive. I will
That's on
say.
Facebook. Go find it there.
No welshing on bets.
Yeah, no,
I'm not saying that you're going to. I'm just saying that's how it is.
If we win, you get whatever jersey you want. I'm buying a Cameron Carter-Vickers jersey because he was immense today.
Yeah, he was good.
He was
very
amazing.
good. But yeah, no, this game was good, and I'm happy that we won.
Hell yes. This is an exciting time.
What a quiet way to put it.
Thank you. It was
This
calm.
game was good. I'm happy that we won. It's time for tea time because we're soccer fans.
I would like
And in the words of Kobe Bryant, job's not done.
jobs
No, it is that. Job's not done. Netherlands on Saturday. Let's go.
Yep.
Like, I can't wait. This has been so fun to watch and talk with you guys about it. But if you want even more World Cup coverage, where can they find that?
The Swingin at Shins podcast. We are on YouTube. We are on Spotify. We are on Apple Music. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram.
We're on everything.
Pretty much.
Almost
pretty
everything.
much. I don't know.
Pretty much, yeah.
We're not on Twitter yet.
Yeah, that's true.
We're gonna see what Elon Musk does with Twitter, and then we're gonna decide if we stay on Twitter.
Yeah.
We're everywhere.
It's still here for now. So,
Still here for now. He's going to war with Apple. We'll see.
that's all great. I wanted to stay because I love Twitter during sporting events and like shared events like this where everyone's just making memes, making jokes, and like enjoying it together.
Yeah.
House of the Dragon wouldn't be the same without Twitter.
No, it is true. It is true. Like a lot of my sports enjoyment comes from seeing Twitter hot takes that actually bubble to the surface.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, anything else you guys want to promote, talk about before we get on out of here?
So this guy does the Villa, which is all about Aston Villa and is a very good podcast. And this guy does the Way West Stand, which is all about Arsenal. And I would like to say still a pretty good podcast.
I would say so.
All right.
Yes.
He said so, not me.
We're both on this
Endorsed.
channel.
I endorsed it.
Yep, we're both on this channel. This is Wicked Good Sports, as well as the Swingin at Shins Wicked Good Sports clips. Once the Premier League gets started again, which is definitely our wheelhouse.
Yep.
I mean, the World Cup's great and we love it, but 32 international teams, you just wait until we can talk about our league. It's going to be in depth.
Yes.
That'll be starting as soon as the World Cup's over. Apart from that, all your other sporting needs are on Wiki Good Sports. We got the Bayou Breakdown. We got the Miami Minute. We got At the Buzzer, which covers the Celtics. We have Power Play, which covers the Bruins. I'm not going to tell you what the first two cover because you should be smart enough to figure that out on your own.
Yeah, you'll see. They're on the channel. You can check them out. But yeah, I mean, so great. I'm having so much fun with this, and like I said, having so much fun talking to you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this, and we'll see you all in the next one.